Okay. I've got something to pick about. As most of you probably know or don't know, my background is hospitality. I have spent 13 years in the industry. Starting off as a kitchen hand. Back then it was called a dish bitch, because that's what you done was wash dishes. And I worked my way up to basically being a head chef for an entertainment venue. And I bumped into one of my staff today, one of the juniors, because I had to go to work because I left my jacket there, and just to see how everything's going and see if there's any technical issues, because I'm one of the approved managers, so just checking in to see if everything's all good. And when I bumped into the junior, I asked him, "How's your face from the other day?" They copped a little burn right here, right on the side of the lip. And for nearly 45 minutes, they kept on saying, "My face is on fire, my face is on fire." Cunt, you just got 180-degree oil drop on your face. And as a joke, because you need to have some fun in the kitchen, otherwise you'll lose your fucking mind. As a joke, I just said, "Welcome to hospitality." Because it's true. You're bound to burn your fingers, you're bound to cut your hand, you're bound to burn your face. Shit happens. Cunt, I've burnt my face and my hands to the point I can touch steaks on grills. I can move shit. I can do stuff that quick. I don't feel the heat on my fingers anymore. I've burnt the tip of my fingers. They're called chef fingers. And after I said to him, how's your face recovering from the little burn? It was literally like a little burn, not even just a line. Like an oil burn. That's all it was. It wasn't like a splash in the face. It was just, she was cooking corn ribs, which is basically corn cobs cut into wedges, put in the deep fryer, and it popped, as corn does, because corn is a freaking kernel. And what do kernels do? They go off. And of course, as she pulled the basket up, it splattered. A few drops landed on her face. I gave her a few remedies. And I said, I just said to her, "Go grab some ice, put it in a cloth and hold it there." She's like, "I've done that." I'm like, "Okay, go and do this." I've done that. Well, there's nothing else we can do, because I checked the first aid equipment and we'd only just ran out of burn aid cream. So I gave her other ideas. It got to the point she was complaining that much, I just said to her, "Go home. If you got to complain about it, go home. Just finish up now and go home." And when I bumped into him today, straight away, she just goes, "My mum's not happy with you." Why the fuck not? Because you didn't handle the situation correctly, because you turned it into a joke and said, "Welcome to hospitality." I've worked in hospitality for a couple of years. I've burnt my fingers, yeah, but when I burnt my face, I'm like, yeah, a couple of years. I've done 12 to 13. You get used to it. Shit happens. And apparently I didn't handle the situation correctly, because I turned into a joke by saying, "Welcome to hospitality." Because, bitch, it is. Copping burns in the kitchen is hospitality. If you can't handle getting a couple of burns, then you're working in the wrong industry. Seriously, wake the fuck up. Yeah, I get it. You're a junior, but you're almost an adult. Grow the fuck up. Seriously. what's the best? She'll probably go and complain to the boss and be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. If I didn't know what I was doing, why would I be in charge of the kitchen? Why would I be in charge of the produce? Why would I be in charge of the quantity and the quality of the food and making sure we've got the stock to keep up with the menu? If I didn't know what I was doing, why would I have the authority to do that? Why would I have the authority to make adjustments to anything that is food related? Seriously, you're still learning. You are what we call a greenhorn. You're fresh meat to the kitchen, no pun intended. You're still cracking the seals in the industry. Once you've done minimum 6 years, then come and talk. Once you've done enough experience where you can make stuff from scratch and make your boss a shit ton of money, then come and talk to me. Once you've done minimum 50, 60 hours, that's a short week for a chef. There were weeks when I'd done nearly 2 weeks worth of hours in 1 week because of how busy it is, because of how stressful the industry is. Hospitality is not made for the kind-hearted. You need to create a shell. You need to learn to take the heat. You need to learn to cop the bullshit in the kitchen. Then when the night is over, anything that is said or done in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. If you're going to complain about it and go and badmouth me behind my back to your fucking mum, only because you've done a couple of years for a cafe, I've worked for the best chefs in Australia. I've worked in fine dining restaurants. I've worked in cafes. I've worked in freaking anything and everything. I've worked in cafes, restaurants, hotels. I've worked in WA, Melbourne, Queensland, you name it, I've been there. I've taken a shot in the dark and had to move states for this job. I had to leave my past and my family behind, start fresh because of this industry. I get emails and text messages every day from FIFO companies offering me contracts to do FIFO work to anywhere in Australia, or even fly to New Zealand if I wanted to for work. But I'm choosing to stay where I am because the company that I work for, the entertainment company that I work for, I actually enjoy what I'm doing. No, because I don't actually cook in the kitchen anymore. I run it. But I actually enjoy what I do. I enjoy meeting these customers. I enjoy meeting regular people. I enjoy meeting new faces, teaching people new stuff. Everything. All I can say is, if you see this, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what your parents say. I'm basically your boss. If you can't handle it, leave. That's it. If you want to talk about it, you know where to find me. And you know who to contact. I'm just going to leave that there. Have a great fucking evening.